This video is going to be about beginning of loops and how to do them to get you started and the basics of them. So there's three types of loop in JavaScript, and I've prepared these documents first. There was the while loop, as you can see there. There's the for loop, which is the far most used one in JavaScript, and there's the do while loop. So we'll get started with the while loop, and as you can put, I've said in previous videos about you can put script tags in the body and the head. So we'll start with the head, and we just put in a variable which is going to be I, and we're going to go equals nothing and a semicolon. So this is the syntax of a while loop, or any loop has to have a beginning, and often in programming it's either I or J that we start off with for some reason. So anyway, the keyword for this is while, and what we do is we put parenthesis and then we put curly brackets. And so what that's saying is vary I equals nothing while something is doing something. So which is, in this case, I'm going to put this at I is less than 7. So what we're going to try and do is get numbers from none to 6. And we're going to do this by that. And what we do is we increment that by I plus plus. So that's saying I equals nothing, less than 7, which is 6, and that's going to go up in ones. So we're going to put this in as document. You can put this in as anything you want. I'm going to introduce an ln here. So that's document.write ln. So what this does, it spaces the numbers out, or the figures out, and we just put I in there. So we'll just load that up and preview it, and there you go. So that's what we need, and that is the basics of the while loop. If you took that ln out of there, you would have it two close together like that. So we just put the L in there, and that looks better. So basically, that's all that's really going on in there. You start off with a number which is I equals nothing, and then less than 7, or you can have it equals to 7 with just the equal sign. But you can really play around with these in practice. And the I plus plus is just the incrementation. So we'll save this one. And now we'll go to the one that's mostly used in JavaScript. And we'll start off with the keyword for. And we're going to say, and then there's parenthesis. So again, we're going to say is vary, say J. You can use any variable you wish. Equals, say 1, semicolon, J is less than 8, semicolon, J plus plus. So basically it's quite similar to the while loop, really, is that you have to start off with something. In this case it's equals, J is equal to 1, J is less than 7, which is where you go to, and it increments by the plus plus, which of course is 1 as well by default. What we do here is we do the curly brackets, and in between the curly brackets all we have to do is we call the loop with document dot write, and again I'm going to use ln and parenthesis, semicolon, and we just put in a J. You don't need any speech marks in these. And there we go. We have the, so this is your while loop, and that's your for loop. So using that ln is it's quite important. It makes everything look better. And so that's basically all you have to do. Is when you're doing loops, you start off with something, you go to something, and then you increment it. That is the basics of that. And we just save that one. And now to the do while loop. And I hate these, I really do. So we're going to start off with vary x equals 1, semicolon. Now we're going to put in do, and we're also going to put in curly brackets. So this is going to be a totally different way of working than normal. So you just put in, what we're going to put in is x is less than 5 on this one. No, we're not. We're going to put x plus plus, and this is the syntax for the do while loop. So we're having two keywords here. We've got the do as the one keyword, and we've also got the while. So we're going to put this in. I'm going to put document dot write ln parenthesis semicolon, and I'm going to put the x in. And these are quite difficult to explain, I think, with do while loops. I usually stay away with them, or stay away from them, should I say. And outside the curly brackets, as you can see, we're going to put while, and we're going to put while x is actually less than 10. So this is a total different syntax to what we've come before. So it starts off as normal at the top there, vary x equals 1 or none or whatever you want. Then there's the do keyword, you need the curly brackets, and you need, in this case, x plus plus. I'll just put that. Whatever your variable is, you just put the plus plus inside the curly brackets, and you write the document.write or the alert, or however you want to call that. But the while goes outside of the curly brackets, and that is something is doing whatever's in the curly brackets while x is 10. And it is a very difficult thing to explain, but anyway, I'll just preview this to show you. So there you are. That is how it works. But personally, I keep away from them, and I only use for loops or while loops. So any questions or anything you've got, you might have on these do while ones, I'll be only too happy to answer them for you. So please subscribe, and hope you've enjoyed this video. So thanks for watching, and thanks for listening.